Hello friends, greetings of the day. Welcome to the online session of Business and Commercial Knowledge. In this session, we are learning chapter number 4, that is Government Policies for Business Growth. Now, in this particular video, we shall learn post-independence public policy. That means after getting independence in 1947, the government of India prepared various kind of policies for Indian economy. And how did these policies work and how did India perform after certain years of independence? So in this particular video, we shall identify the policies that had implemented by the government after the independence, that is post independence. Post independence means after independence. If we look at the Indian economy at the time of independence, it showed all the signs of stagnation. That means Indian economy was not growing at all. There was a huge stagnation. Stagnation means government or economy was very much stagnant in terms of development. It was not developing, rather it was stuck where it was. So the growth was highly needed, but why this stagnation had taken place? Why economy was not growing? So the problem was the policies that were prepared by Indian government. About 47% of population was below the poverty line in 1951. That means after 3-4 years of our independence, we had a huge poverty in India. 47% of the population was living below poverty line at that point of time. That means around 1950-51, we were engaged with agriculture sector. Around 72% of our population was employed in agriculture sector only. It shows that there was very minimal growth of industrial sector. It means industrial sector was not working properly or it was not developing, and as a result the people were forced to join agriculture only. Agriculture contributed nearly 50% of the national income. That means the agriculture sector was a large contributor in the national income of India. Industrialization was at a very low level with only 2% of the workforce employed in the industries. That means industrial sector was not providing employment to so much of the people. So employment in industrial sector was very low. In addition to this, there was hardly any investment in the industries. That means foreign investment was also not coming, and Indian people, the domestic investors, were also very much fearful for investing into the business, and that is why investment was not coming to the industrial sector. And if investment does not come, it means that the growth of industrial sector was very slow. Now the Constitution of India was accepted, framed and accepted in 1950. The Constitution of India outlines the nature of policies to be taken for the growth and development of the nation. Now Constitution shows that what should government do in order to make development of our nation. Constitution outlines, it means that it describes that what kind of steps should the government take or can government take for the development of our nation. So now once the constitution is finalized, it means that government has got the path of working, and on this particular path government will prepare several policies for the growth and development of the nation. During the time of independence of India, two major political thoughts were reigning the world. It means that when India got freedom, world over, all over the world, people or the countries were divided into two major political thoughts. Some were strongly follower of the capitalist model and the others were following the socialist model. Capitalist model, it means all privatization. Private sector should be working well in the economy and government's role is very much minimum. Such kind of model is considered as capitalist model. That means individual ownership of all the factors of production. Individuals are the owners of factors of production. Government has no role in the economic activities and all the economic activities will be freely performed by the private ownership. Such model was followed by United States of America, that is USA, that was following strongly capitalist model. Freedom of choice in such kind of economy was a buzzword. It means that everyone in such kind of economy, that is in capitalist economy, wanted freedom and they wanted a free right of making selection, making choice. Government's role was to provide a smooth business and work environment. Government just maintained the law and order. Besides that, government had no role in business activities. Government will not perform any business activities. Government will just provide a smooth environment in which business can work. On the other hand, the second class or second thought that was reigning in the world, that was by Soviet Union, that is United States of Soviet Russia. They followed communistic model or socialistic model where everything was owned by the state, that means by the government. Government has ownership over all the factors of production. Government will start the business. Government will give employment to the people of the country. Government will prepare several kind of projects, and for the development of the nation, government will prepare the policies. Nothing is owned by the private sector. Individuals have no right of owning the factors of production. Every factor of production will be owned by the government. Such model is known as communistic or socialistic model. That was another thought that was reigning in the world. All sorts of production were in the hands of government with a strong public distribution system of food and other needs. Government will prepare all the public needs and that will be distributed to the people according to the needs of the people. Many Eastern European nations signed Warsaw Pact. Warsaw is the city of Poland and pact means agreement. An agreement was signed in this city by European countries. What was this agreement? This agreement was to follow the communistic model or communistic pattern of the economy. That means all those members which signed the Warsaw Pact, that means which signed the agreement in Warsaw, they accepted to follow socialistic or communistic model for business development or for economic development. So I talked about two kind of models. One was capitalistic model that was followed by American economy, and another was followed by Soviet Union and Eastern European nations, that is communistic model or socialistic model. Western European countries like Great Britain, France, Spain, Portugal, Germany, these economies followed capitalist model with presence of several socialistic drives like public transportation, healthcare system, etc. So in capitalist also some activities were under the government holding. Public transport was under government holding, healthcare was under government holding. So capitalist model was followed by Western European countries. The government of India followed a mixed economic path. That means few good aspects of capitalism and good aspects of communist model. Both of them were mixed by government and we started mixed economy. Mixed economy is the combination of socialism and capitalism. So both kind of benefits can be achieved by government. That was the basic purpose of accepting mixed economic path in India. First major goal of Indian economy was to set that kind of public policies in which socio-economic development can be achieved. That means the development of society, that means common men should also be developed, as well as economic development, that means economy as a whole must also flourish. So social as well as economical development was the basic target after India got independence. Now economic change process. How did government changed the policy so that the target of growth can be achieved? Mixed economic policies provided lot of social protection to the people, but industrial development was very low. As I said before, that government of India accepted mixed economy. That means certain aspects of capitalism and certain aspects of socialism. Both of them were mixed and we started mixed economy. But this mixed economic model was not very much successful. It was not working well because it gave lot of protection to the people, but on the other hand it created several restrictions on the industry, and as a result of restrictions on the industrial development was very low. And if a country is not having good industrial development, its economic development will also be low. So after accepting this mixed economic path, our economy was not growing. In the first slide of this session I said India was having stagnation. So why stagnation was there? That is the reason we adopted mixed economy, and in mixed economy we put several restrictions on the industrial sector. That is why the growth was very slow. And the fall of Warsaw Pact nations. Warsaw Pact, as I told before, Warsaw is the city of Poland where pact means agreement was signed by the countries, European Union, but these countries also accepted that communist model of economy, that is socialist model of economy, is not working well. Government is not able to control every business activities, and that is why these nations were also fell down. They rejected the communist model, including Soviet Union, birth of small states around Russia, formation of European Union, and the pressure of heavy developmental loans from the agencies like IMF, World Bank, and ADB, that is Asian Development Bank. We had taken loan from all these kind of uh, agencies, and as a result we had heavy burden of loan. Now because of that also we had to accept the new path of economy. As I said, mixed economic path gave several restrictions to the industrial sector, and that is why economic growth was very slow. Warsaw Pact was fallen down, and we had taken a heavy loan from these agencies, and industrial policy was reformed, and new industrial policy 1991 came into existence. Because these industrial policies that were prepared under mixed economic path, they were not working well, and heavy burden of loan was also there. That is why these policies were rejected and a new industrial policy was accepted in 1991, and this is known as economic reforms in 1991. A series of measures were taken towards the liberalization of foreign investment. We started accepting the investment from the foreign countries so that our industries can be grown. There were a dual route of approval of FDI, that is foreign direct investment. Foreign direct investment was approved by dual route. One route is considered as automatic route. Certain businesses that are not very much critical, these businesses are allowed to have foreign direct investment without getting any kind of permission from the government. So if you want to invest in that kind of business, you do not require any government approval. But those businesses which are very much critical or important kind of businesses, in that government set another route, that is called government route. In these kind of businesses, if any foreign company wants to invest, they will require to uh, get the permission from the government, and only after getting permission from the government the investment can be made. So two routes are there. One is automatic route and another is government route. These two routes of FDI were framed by the government. Permission was granted to non-resident Indians, that is NRIs, overseas corporate body, that is OCB, for investment in India of 100% capital in high priority sectors. Government allowed investment of 100% shares in high priority businesses so that the businesses can be grown. Hike in foreign equity participation limits to 51% for existing companies, and liberalization of use of foreign brand names. Government allowed foreign companies to use their brand names in India, and government allowed equity participation, that means investment by purchasing equity shares up to 51% in several companies so that foreign companies can better work in India. In 1997, Indian government allowed 100% foreign direct investment in cash and carry wholesale and 50 FDI in single brand. 51% was allowed in 2006. So that is also a major step for wholesale and retail sector. 100% FDI in wholesale sector and 51% FDI in retail sector was allowed so that wholesale trading and retail trading can also get developed in India. After a long debate, further amendment was made in December 2012, which led FDI to 100% in single brand retailing and 51% investment in multiple brand retailing. 100% in single brand. That means if any foreign company wants to start a retail business of one brand only, 100% investment will be allowed. If a foreign company wants to start retail business of multiple brands, that means a store or supermarket or considered as mall in which products of several brands are available, that is called multiple brand retailing. So such kind of shopping malls can be started in India by the investment of 51% that was allowed in 2012. So multi brand retailing and single brand retailing was allowed investment of 100% in single brand and 51% in multiple brand retailing. Thank you for now. Goodbye. Have a nice day.